Hey everybody, this is Dave from AskUncleDave.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about third-party Apple Sport Loop bands. Now, when they released the Series 3, they also released these great watch bands. They're waterproof, they're made out of polyester and nylon and plastic. And what's good about them is because you could take your Apple Watch swimming, this band is great. When you put it in the water, you come out of the water, it completely wicks away all the water. It's completely waterproof so that it dries quicker. And I love it because I used to use the silicone bands, the ones that they call Fluoromastic, and they always stayed wet. And not only just when you're swimming, when you're using the plastic, those silicone bands, and you're, throughout the course of your day, you get sweaty, you move the band over and you have this sweat mark over here. Maybe you wash your hands a lot like I do in the medical field, and it gets all wet inside. I hate that feeling. So if you don't like that wet feeling, then you're definitely going to want to go with these bands. Plus, they look great. They come in lots of colors. Apple has a bunch of colors, probably about 8 or 9 colors. These are the 3 most popular: black, and then you have this color here called Flash, and Midnight Blue, which goes with my uniform at work because I wear blue. So I wear this one for work, and then I have these 2 great ones for working out and things like that. So let's talk about the comparison completely between these 2 here. I have the third of the price knockoffs here from Qifit, and I have Apple's $49 very expensive one. Now, there are some differences, and I'm going to show you that today. So first things first, let's get the boxing out of the way. So Apple, when they ship their stuff, they ship it in their cool little box. I have one that's open here, and I'll show you how Apple packages their box, which, I don't know how important it is when it comes to a band, but they package it with a little insert, and then they have instructions, and you open it up, and there goes the band. You pull it out. It's got this little thing in between here. We'll take that out. So we'll put that aside. Now this is the color called Flash, and it's green, and it fits the 42 millimeter. Now you see that it has the plastic here. It's got these rubber grommets here, and on the other watch here, see, here's the comparison. It's a little different in color. So it's a little bit more grayish as compared to the greenish yellow type. But the greens are slightly different color. But, when you're wearing it, no one's going to notice. They both do the same thing. I have the bowl here because I'm going to show you the wicking of the water, that example. So let me open up the rest of these 2 here, and then we'll compare them color side by side and everything. And of course, I'm going to return these bands. $49 is way too much for a band, especially when you can get them for $16, and they're slightly different. And there are some things that are even better than the Apple original, which I will show you. So let's pull this out. We got to take this tape thing out here, and we're going to pull out this. We'll put that to the side, and there is a way to tell the difference between the Apple product as well as the Qifit product. Now, Qifit is a store on Amazon. They were gracious enough to send me 3 or 4 of them, and I love it. Now, the one I'm wearing comes from Apple. This is the one that came with my Series 3, and let me now show you what the differences are and see if it's worth for you to buy it, for a cheaper price. I don't know if you need to spend all that money, but if you want to, go right ahead. But I'll show you that there are some things that are good, some things that are bad. Alright, so Apple. The way you could tell that they're Apple is that they have a little sticker there that says 42 millimeter, okay? It's written right there. So, Apple, okay? Let me take this one off the watch. This is the Apple green one. I don't know what the hell they call it. It's some sort of green color. I'll put it up on the screen here. So that's Apple. This one is Apple. This one here is Apple. Okay, so these are Qifit. So now Qifit comes in a little packaging like this. No big deal. You know, if you want to store it nicely, then you know, why don't you just go get some sort of stand or something like that, you know? All right, so here it is. These are Qifits. So now let's do side by side. So here is Qifits, okay, on the right and Apple on the left, okay? So if we were to turn it over, you would see that they're exactly the same, except this has a little bit more grayish color in the area here. And this is more like a kind of a silverish, grayish color. No big deal. This is almost the same. Now the center on the Qifit is made out of metal, which is good because these tend to wear away after a while, especially you're going to bring them in a pool with chlorine and all that stuff. Then you flip them over. Now you notice that on the Qifit one, it's slightly bigger, this little knob here. And here it's a little bit smaller, okay? But otherwise, here's the color comparison. Not bad. Okay, you know, they pretty much look the same. Like I said, the green is a little different. This is more of a neon green. This is more of a like a branch green. Okay, and that could have very well been because I've been using them in the pool. Now, anytime you go in the pool with chlorine, you're gonna want to rinse these off. You want to rinse anything that hits chlorine with fresh water because they will last longer that way. All right, here is now the blue that comes from Apple. This is Apple's, and this is Qifit. Notice that it's the pretty much same color. They almost matched it perfectly. This is a little bit bigger, and this is more gray than blue, okay? And pretty much the same there. Oh, one thing I want to show you is the clasp, all right? On all of these, they're pretty much the same. This Velcro area here. Now Apple has theirs a little bit more submerged into the material, okay? Qifit has it like pretty much stuck on to top of the material. But they're very strong, just like Apple's. Very, very strong. You know, they hold nicely. I never had a problem with them just popping off or peeling up or anything like that. Matter of fact, Apple's feels like it's even less sticky. See? But this is very sticky. Okay, so that's what it looks like on that side. I'll show you on the flash. See, flash. These are blue on the flash, on the Apple one. And actually now it looks like Apple has them stuck up on top too, but they're a little bit recessed into the material. So that it is what it is, okay? The color, close, very close match, especially the outside color. They're very equal. So that's that. So then now we have those two. Now let's go with the black, because black is popular. Actually, the most popular is the flash color, because there a lot of times you find them that they're out of stock. Okay. So now here is Apple's. Which one is Apple's? It's hard to tell. All right, this one's Apple. This one is Qifit. Now you can see that that's almost the same. Like I said, the recess, and these are more up on top, okay? It's a little bit bigger knob right there. Let's check the clasp. Yep, this one's got the metal in the middle there. And they fit nicely, you know. This is not a problem when it comes to fit. Let me see, it goes in like this, right? It actually goes in like this, sorry. So it locks in place, it's fine. It works, looks good. Black, okay? And just like Apple's, it fits in. So that's pretty good. Let's look at this. That looks pretty much the same. So think about it. The black is closest to match. So I think we have a good buy here. You ship them, if you have Prime, they come quick. It's nice. So now let's run some water into these, okay? And I'm going to show you the wicking that a lot of people on YouTube have never really showed you about what really happens when you dip these into the watch. Okay, so here I have some water. Now let's use Apple's, this one here, because you can see the wicking better on this. All right, so I'm going to dip this in now to the water, and you can see that when you are in the water, there it is in the water. Okay, and when you come out of the water, you see the wicking abilities. See the way the water is just coming right off of the band. It's not sticking into it. And then if you squeegee it out a little bit, it starts to completely come off. Okay, so the Qifit has the same ability to do that. Let me find the Qifit one. Here's the Qifit one. Like I said, it's the same materials that they make this with, and you see that it will wick as well. You see the wicking? It's getting rid of all of that water. Now, it happens more when you're wearing the watch under pressure. You know what I mean? Like if you're wearing it, it will wick away the water faster that way. So they both have the same water wicking ability. So you're not going to have a problem with that. The color is closely matched, especially the outside color. And you also have the stretchability. Okay, so I'm going to explain that to you. When you wet these, even the Apple one, when you put it on your wrist, and you can stretch them out more, and this way when you flip it over like this, you can put it on and make it even more stretched. You stretch it more and you put it on, and then when it dries, it shrinks back to the original size. But I have to tell you that Apple's is a little bit long. I mean, Apple's a little bit shorter than the Qifit. Qifit comes a little bit bigger, and that's good for people with gigantic wrists. I like to put my strap down to here, pull it down and put it down to here, not here. Apple's ends up here. I like pushing it all the way down to here. I feel more even that way. So if you're that kind of person, you know what I mean? So what do we got? Price, a third of the price. Fits exactly the same. Still has that Velcro that's nice. Waterproof. The colors are close, and it's a little bit longer. So I say I like these better, believe it or not, the Qifit one. It's especially because of the price. But if you're going to look for a way to get all of the bands and all the colors, this way you can mix and match with your outfit that you're wearing, then this is definitely the way to go. I'll put the links in the description. If you have any questions, please ask, and I'll get back to you pretty quick. Make sure you subscribe. I got a lot of Amazon Prime for Apple TV video coming today, and also I have beta testing DirecTV's DVR, and I'm going to show you that. So hit that like, subscribe. Got questions, put them in there. I hope I didn't miss anything, and check it out. Qifit, way to go. Have a good day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.